My daughter came home with a bruise after I picked her up from her grandparents' house. I have been married to my husband for 3 years and have a 5-month-old daughter with him. She is my bundle of joy and radiates such happiness at a young age. However, I do not want my in-laws near here at all. Before I was pregnant with my daughter, my in-laws treated me with such respect and considered me their daughter. They were very welcoming, but things changed when I told them they would be grandparents. Their personalities shifted instantly, and it caught me off guard. My mother-in-law was no longer kind and instead made cruel remarks about my appearance and family. Meanwhile, my father-in-law resorted to physical aggression toward me, which terrified me. My breaking point was when my husband accidentally hit a mailbox with our brand new car a few months ago. Immediately, I was accused of driving the car because, according to them, I was dumb and was only useful for popping kids out, which hurt. I tried to explain that there was no possible way for me to have been even driving the car since I had just got my permit, but there was no convincing them. They are dead set that I was the one behind the wheel and keep talking about how I should have never married my husband or had my daughter. My father-in-law then proceeded to try and flip the table I was sitting at with my almost 4-month-old in her car seat on said table. He then took her from me and told my husband we couldn't have her back until he punched me because I was unfit to be a mother. While having my daughter in his arms, he would try to swing and hit my husband or me, calling us eye-holes and screaming how I was the biggest SLT he'd ever seen. Quickly, I managed to get my daughter back and left immediately with my husband, waiting until the situation cooled down before I decided how to confront them. I was scared of what I saw, especially that he willingly took my daughter and put her in a dangerous position where she could get hurt, and I realized I could not trust them around my daughter and informed my husband that we couldn't let them near her. Instead of comforting me, the next day he asked if his parents could watch my little girl so we could go on a date. I said no since I didn't trust his parents, but when I came home from buying groceries, I found out that my husband dropped off our newborn daughter at his parents' house and tried to greet me with a reservation at a restaurant. I could not believe the audacity of this man and got so furious with him. I didn't even speak to him. I was only focused on getting my daughter back safely from the monsters. Once I arrived, I asked for my daughter back, and surprisingly they complied. While walking away, I noticed she had a giant bruise in the middle of her forehead. I was immediately suspicious and knew they were not going near her ever again and that I would fight tooth and nail to ensure it never happens again. I don't even know how to move past what my husband did for a long time. His nonchalant reactions to what happened to me and our daughter make me feel like I am making a big deal out of this. Am I in the wrong for wanting to keep my daughter safe?